Now we'll discuss the topic realization expenses. We already discussed this particular item in the previous question. The last transaction you remember, there we had this realization expenses. Now realization expenses means expenses incurred at the time of realization. That's at the time of dissolution for realizing assets. Realizing means while you sell assets or while you settle the liabilities, some additional expenses you will have to incur. Like commission you are paying to broker. We saw one transaction like that. So such expenses are called realization expenses. So we'll see what are the accounting entries for realization expense. We have different cases regarding realization expense. So this will be asked sometimes for 6 marks question for your board exam. This portion will come as a separate question. Now we have so many transactions like assets realized, assets closed, liabilities settled. But other than that, this single topic will be separately asked for 6 marks question. So we'll see that we'll study the specimen entries first. If nothing is mentioned, just like liability, the realization expenses also will be paid by the firm if nothing is mentioned. So you write the heading realization expenses and you give subheading A when realization expenses are borne and paid by the firm. When realization expenses are borne and paid by the firm. If nothing is mentioned also, you have to assume it is paid by the firm. Okay, so what will be the journal entry? We discussed that already. Can we write realization expenses debtor to cash or bank? No, because expenses account we have closed already. So you must write it as realization account debtor to, these are the specimen entries, realization account debtor to cash or bank. When it is paid, borne and paid by the firm. Second situation, when realization expenses are borne by the firm but paid by a partner. So in effect, it is paid by the partner. So borne by the firm but paid by a partner. You give the heading. So what will be the journal entry in that situation? See, in your textbook, it is given as different heading. This will be easier for you to learn. So you write like this. Second one, you write realization expenses borne by the firm but paid by a partner. And what can be the journal entry when partner is paying? Instead of cash or bank, you must write realization account debtor to, since it's paid by the partner, you write that concerned partners capital account. You can write concerned partners. That particular partner's name you have to write here. Concerned partners capital account. When it is paid by the partner. Then subhead C. When the firm pays, you write when the firm pays fixed amount to a partner as his remuneration for undertaking dissolution of the firm and the partner is to bear the dissolution expenses. What is the meaning of that heading? You are paying some remuneration, that is commission, to the partner for undertaking dissolution, and the partner agreed that he will bear the dissolution expenses. That's the situation. Actually, dissolution expenses are to be borne and paid by the firm. But in certain situations, the firm will pay, firm will give some commission, some remuneration to the partner, and the partner will agree to bear the dissolution expense. That's the situation here. And below that, you write again subheading for, this is actually subhead C. For that, you write subhead 1. Give the heading for the amount payable to a partner. Because we are paying remuneration to a partner, for that remuneration payable, what can be the journal entry? You are thinking from firm's point of view. When you have to pay something to the partner, partner is now your creditor, isn't it? We have to pay him, so he is our creditor. So his account will be credited. So the entry is for the amount payable, for the remuneration payable to the partner. The journal entry is realization account debtor to concerned partners capital account. Realization account debtor to concerned partners capital account. Understood? That means same like previous entry, but their situation is different. Realization expenses paid by the partner. Here it is not the expenses paid. This is for the remuneration payable to a partner. Understood? There also, when they pay the expense, actually are they supposed to pay this expense? It is your firm's expense. So they are not supposed to pay the expense, but they paid. So later you will have to pay this amount to the partner. So he is again your creditor. That's why we credited him in the previous entry also. Same situation here. Same situation means the effect is same. When you have to pay remuneration to a partner, partner is to be credited. So this is the entry, that is subhead 1 under subhead C, second one. If expenses are, that is coming under C itself, if expenses are paid by the firm on behalf of the partner. Expenses are paid by the firm on behalf of the partner. Finally, who paid the expense? We had given them commission and all, remuneration we had given. So they were supposed to bear the expense. But finally, now it is the firm paying the expenses. Whenever it is said in the question that firm is making the payment, immediately you must write to cash or bank. Understood? You must listen this portion carefully, otherwise it is confusing. Whenever it is said that firm is paying, you write to cash or bank, because it's our cash we are losing. Then it is on behalf of the partner. So actually who should bear? The partner should bear. Whenever it is said in the question that partner is bearing or the partner should bear, you must debit that partner's capital account. Concerned partner's capital account must be debited when, if it is said that the partner is bearing. Understood? On behalf of the partner means partner is bearing or partner should bear. So we have to debit him. But since it is paid by the firm, what did we write? To cash or bank. There is no realization account here in the second entry. You understood how to write? Firm paid, immediately we wrote to cash or bank. Then later we saw that it's on behalf of the partner. So the partner is bearing. So we have to debit his account. Then D, when the firm pays amount to a partner, same like your C, heading for C. When the firm pays amount to a fixed amount to a partner as his remuneration, that is like commission, for dissolution of the firm, till that it is the same. But dissolution expenses are borne by the firm. But dissolution expenses are borne by the firm. We'll separate this into two transactions. First, we have to pay him remuneration. For the amount payable to a partner, what is your first entry? When you have to pay remuneration, the first will be just like case C, you have to write realization because he is becoming our creditor when you have to pay him remuneration. So realization account debtor to concerned partners capital account. Realization account debtor to concerned partners capital account. For the remuneration payable, if you want, you can write the subhead here also. For the amount payable or remuneration payable to partner. Then finally, read the main heading of D, that is dissolution expenses are borne by the firm. Borne by the firm means if firm is bearing, who will pay? Will the partner come and pay? No. If it is bearing, if it is borne by the firm, of course the firm will have to make the payment. Though we have given commission to the partner, finally it is paid by the firm. So whenever it is said that it is paid by the firm, what will be your second entry? You must write to cash or bank because firm is paying. Now Is it said in the question like the partner is bearing? If partner is bearing, you must write partner's capital debtor. Or if it is said like on behalf of the partner also, you must debit partner's account. But now it is not said like that. It is said as it is borne by the firm. So which account will you debit? The firm's account you have to debit. But you can write firm's account debtor. There is one account which is maintained by the firm. That's called, from the beginning of the chapter onwards, we are discussing about this account, that is, this is the account of the firm. Realization account debtor. Clear? It is paid. So immediately we wrote to cash. One by one you try to write. That is easier for you to understand also. Paid by the firm, immediately you wrote to cash or to bank. Then borne by the partner means what will you debit? Partner's account. If it is borne by the firm's account, that is realization account, must be debited. Then case E, that's the last case of realization expenses. Case E, when realization expenses are to be borne by, when realization expenses are to be borne by one partner, that is X, and that is X you write within brackets. One partner, say X, that is within brackets, and paid by another partner, say Y. Paid by another partner, say Y. That is case E. So it is paid by whom? Paid by Y. The person who is paying, his account must be credited, because the firm will have to pay this amount later to that partner Y. So Y is now the firm's creditor. So partner who is paying, that partner must be credited. So to Y's capital. And who agreed to bear? X. So X must be debited. This is the entry. Only one entry. X capital account debited to Y's capital account. That's a specimen entry. Understood? So we have 5 cases under dissolution expenses. Again, subheadings are there for C and D. So go through the entries carefully. Then you work out that illustration 7. Now I'll be showing that illustration. I'll do it. So study the entries first before you work out illustration 7. First one, it's journal entry question. This is how you are getting that 6 marks question. Separately, you will be getting a question from the portion realization expenses. Realization expenses amounted to rupees 10,000. So we will write the journal entry. And in the first transaction, it's not mentioned who is paying the realization expenses. And I told you, if nothing is mentioned, who is making the payment? What will be the answer? Who will make the payment? The firm itself will make the payment. And the journal entry will be, it is the realization expenses paid by the firm. But you can't write realization expenses. You must write it as realization account debtor to, if you write expense, it is wrong, to cash or bank. Narration, you can write the question itself, that is realization expenses paid. So we assumed it as paid by the firm. Amount is 10,000. The second transaction, realization expenses amounted to rupees 5,000 were paid by a partner. If it is paid by a partner, what should we do? Instead of to cash or bank, you must write to partner. Who is the partner here? It's not mentioned. Is it mentioned partner's name? See whether we have partner's name in the question. Yes, it is mentioned as Taran. Sorry, this is illustration 8. I was referring the old textbook. In your textbook, it is illustration 8. Okay. Illustration 8. And the partner's name is Taran. So what should we write? To Taran's capital account, what will you debit? It's nothing is mentioned like who is bearing and all. And normally, what will you write? You will write realization account. If it is paid by the firm, to cash or bank. If it is paid by the partner, you must write Realization to that partner. Here it is Taran. So realization account debtor to Taran's capital account. The amount is 5,000. Narration is realization expenses paid by partner. Third one, realization expenses of 5,000 paid by the firm. Immediately what you should write? Paid by the firm. So you must write to cash or bank. Now continue reading. One by one you write debit side or credit side. Either one you write first. Then on behalf of Madan, a partner, that means who is bearing, that partner Madan is bearing this expense. So we have to debit. Can we debit realization? If firm is bearing, you can debit realization. Here the partner is bearing, so you must debit Madan's capital account debtor. The amount is 5,000. All these transactions seem similar, but there are difference in each and every transaction. Write the narration. The question itself you can write as narration. Then fourth one, Pavan, a partner, was paid remuneration of 20,000 to carry out dissolution. When we have to, it is written like was paid, but when you write the entry, consider it as amount payable to that partner. So when you have to pay or when it is payable to that partner, partner must be credited. That remuneration payable entry you remember, that entry you have to write now. So two entries will be there. Realization account debtor to, this is for the remuneration payable to that partner. Who's the partner here? Pavan. And what's the remuneration? Remuneration is 20,000. Write the narration and close. The next one, fifth one, not fifth one, there is continuation of the same transaction. Actual expenses were rupees 10,000. Understood? We have given a commission to Pavan. Now actual expenses is 10,000. If nothing is mentioned, who will pay this expense? I had told you that if nothing is mentioned, the firm will pay. But here we have one information, like we have given a commission to Pavan, to one of the partners. So that's an additional information. You can't take like nothing is mentioned in the question. So there is an information we have given commission to Pavan. So normally who will pay? If nothing else is given, like specifically it is not mentioned, the firm finally paid. So here you have to take like Pavan himself would have paid the expenses. Understood? Because if nothing means if no other information is given in the question, assume that firm paid. Here it is said that Pavan is given remuneration. So actual expenses will be borne and will be paid by Pavan. So just see how the entry will be. If Pavan is making the payment, you know that you must write to Pavan's capital. You can't write to cash. Okay, Pavan paid. And who will bear? Of course, Pavan will have to bear. We have given him commission. And since nothing else is specifically mentioned, like the firm is bearing, Pavan will bear. So what will you write? If Pavan is bearing, you must write Pavan's capital. When partner bears and partner pays, partner's capital debtor to partner's capital will be the entry. That means it will get cancelled. There is no entry. Did you understand? Here actual expenses 10,000. Who is paying? That is not mentioned in the question. And since we have given commission to Pavan, Pavan will have to pay that. And who will bear? Pavan will bear. So Pavan is bearing. So Pavan's capital debtor. Pavan is paying. So to Pavan's capital account. So the entry will get cancelled. There is only one entry for that transaction. Just read the transaction once again and you try it. Fifth one. That is realization, dissolution expenses or the realization expenses, both are same. 8,000. Out of this, 3,000 were to be borne by the firm. Borne by the firm. Which account will you debit? The firm's account you have to debit. That is realization account debtor. One by one you must write together. You can't write the journal entry. You will make mistake. Okay, realization account debtor. What's the amount borne by the firm? 3,000, that you write directly. Then balance by Ravi. Ravi will bear the balance amount. So we have to debit Ravi's capital account. So Ravi's capital account debtor, how much? The total is 8. So balance is 5. Then 8,000 finally paid by the firm. They have told you it is finally paid by the firm. That means to cash or bank. So one by one we wrote. So we got the compound entry easily. That's how you also have to write. What's the total? 8,000. Firm paid 8,000. Sixth one, realization expenses of rupees 5,000 were to be borne and paid by the partner. Borne by the partner means partner must be debited. Then paid by the same partner. So paid by the partner means the same partner must be credited. So what will be the entry? Current capital account debtor to current capital. So it will get cancelled and you can write as, don't leave it as blank, you write it as no entry. When partner bears, partner pays, partner's capital debtor to partner's capital, that's the entry. So this will get cancelled. Finally, it is no entry. Then Manoj, a partner, is to carry out dissolution at an agreed remuneration of rupees 10,000. Okay, Manoj is to be given remuneration. So what will be the entry? Realization account debtor to Manoj's capital. What is the amount? The amount is 10,000. Now see the question. Is it mentioned like who is making the payment? It's not mentioned who is making the payment, but can we assume that the firm will make the payment? Here we have an additional information like remuneration payable to Manoj. So since remuneration is given to Manoj, who will pay? Manoj will bear and Manoj will pay. So the entry is Manoj's capital debtor to Manoj's capital. So second entry is not needed. You can leave it. Only one entry is needed. And in these questions, since we have already one entry, no need to like second entry as no entry, that you can leave. Even if you write, that's correct. No entry is correct. But it's not compulsory. But here you have to write, since no other entry is written. So then 8th one, Dev, a partner, is paid remuneration of 15,000 for the remuneration payable. Again the same entry. Realization. If you have got the concept, you can easily write these entries. To Dev's capital, what is the amount given? 10,000 or 15,000? 15,000. 15,000. That's a remuneration payable. Then, not 8th one, we have to continue the same. Realization expenses are paid by the firm. Okay, finally, this was paid by the firm. So, what will be the journal entry if it is paid by the firm? What should we write first? To cash or bank. Now, what should be debited? Should we debit partner's account? Is it mentioned like it's on behalf of the partner? No, we don't have such a sentence. That means the firm is bearing, the firm is paying. So we can write Realization. If it is written on behalf of partner, you must debit partner's account. Realization debtor to cash or bank, and the amount is 8,000. Then final one, the last one, ninth one, realization expenses 5,000 borne by Pavit. It is paid by another partner, Hitesh. It was to be recorded. Borne by Pavit. Immediately you will debit. Pavit, no? Yes. Immediately you have to debit Pavit. And it is paid by Hitesh. So Hitesh must be credited. So this is the entry. And the amount is 5,000. Write the narration and close the account. For exam point of view, this portion is important. It will be asked for 6 marks question usually. The realization expenses entries. All transactions here are related to realization expenses, but there are differences in each and every entry. So go through these entries carefully.